Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Iran has issued a fresh warning to countries in the region, cautioning against aligning with the United States. A senior Iranian military commander claimed any country serving as a defensive shield for Washington could face the consequences of war. Commander of Iran's Khatam al-Anbiya central headquarters, Major General Ali Abdollahi, said the United States is seeking to further ignite conflict across the Middle East. In a message addressed to neighboring countries, Abdollahi said Washington is pursuing with increasing speed the path of widespread warmongering in a regional war. US President Donald Trump has ordered the American military to launch a fresh round of attacks on Iran that could begin as early as this weekend and continue for several days. The Wall Street Journal, citing unnamed US officials, said the planned strikes are intended to pressure Tehran into returning to negotiations and accepting US demands, particularly regarding its nuclear program. Meanwhile, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps of Iran has signaled that prospects for a political settlement have become increasingly remote. The state media quoted a senior Iranian security official as calling potential US strikes on Iranian infrastructure an act of madness. President Donald Trump has warned of more heavy strikes on Iran, saying Washington is going big and wants to win. Speaking at Camp David, Trump said Iran's military and leadership have been badly degraded. He accused Tehran of breaking its word and said he is losing faith in negotiations. Trump also admitted that Iran had some military capability left, but claimed it would soon be gone. He said the US has obliterated Iran's military capacity after 5 months of war and claimed that Tehran's manufacturing capacity is almost gone. President Donald Trump has said that the war with Iran is going well, claiming that American troops are hitting Tehran hard. Speaking to a private news channel, Trump said the US would keep winning until Iran has no choice but to back down. He also claimed that Washington was knocking them out for a loop. Meanwhile, US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has said that Washington is searching for Iranian assets around the world on President Trump's orders. Speaking at a cabinet meeting at Camp David, he said the assets could be returned to the Iranian people or used to compensate Americans harmed by Iran. US President Donald Trump says Todd Blanche will remain acting Attorney General if the Senate does not confirm his nomination for the top Justice Department post. Trump also said he would push Congress to revive and codify a proposed anti-weaponization fund, despite previously saying the plan had been abandoned. The proposal has drawn criticism from opponents, while some Republican senators have delayed Blanche's confirmation over concerns about the fund. Iran's armed forces have said that the Strait of Hormuz remains closed, despite US claims that shipping traffic is continuing. Tehran said that vessels can only pass in coordination with Iranian naval forces and accused CENTCOM of falsely claiming ships can cross under US military escort. Meanwhile, Iran's Revolutionary Guard said that they stopped 2 oil tankers attempting to cross the strait under US military air escort. The IRGC said 4 other tankers were also forced to turn back, warning that US military intervention in the strait would not go unanswered. Celebrated Nepali climber Nirmal Purja has died in an avalanche during an expedition in Pakistan. His expedition organizing company confirmed in an Instagram post that Nim's Dai tragically lost his life following the avalanche on Broad Peak. It added that the other members of the expedition also did not survive. Purja and 9 others had been missing since Thursday after being struck by an avalanche on the 8,051-meter Broad Peak, a technically difficult climb in Pakistan's Gilgit-Baltistan region. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that he wants to forgive students who hurled expletives at him during protests last month, saying that punishing them and forcing them to appear repeatedly in court would not help resolve the situation. In a video posted on social media, Modi called the protesters misled children, saying that showing them the right path was a duty. He says he wants to forgive them and hopes society also accepts his stance. Spain has begun installing a floating barrier off the coast of its North African enclave of Ceuta after migrant crossings halted overnight following a deadly border rush. Spanish authorities say around 50,000 migrants crossed into Ceuta by land and sea over 2 days. Officials added that more than 48,000 have since returned to Morocco, while at least 67 people were killed during the unprecedented surge. Spain has said that it reversed a huge rush of migrants into a Spanish enclave in North Africa, with most of the more than 50,000 people who had crossed the border by land and sea already heading back voluntarily. The Spanish government's representative in Ceuta said 57 bodies had been recovered on the Spanish side of the border and that there could be additional casualties on the Moroccan side. It said some drowned and some were crushed while trying to climb the breakwater that holds the border fence. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has said that the World Soccer's governing body has scrapped plans to sell a stake in the World Cup to private investors after widespread backlash. He said that, having listened carefully to all the views, it has become clear that the project has created divisions of a nature that, regardless of the level of support, are no longer in the interest of the objective set out in the first place. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.